Jamie and Nurse Dixon were trying to kill her. They were playing all these games with her mind.
Yeah, I know exactly what she was going through, Max. My question is about the escape. Now, if you told us the truth about Al not being your son, it's possible that your trial would have turned out differently. So don't lie to me now, Tina. I want the truth.
Jason?
Jamie took me hostage. See, he had Nurse Dixon put me in the infirmary during the press conference, and then she gave me some kind of drug. I don't know what it was, but it really knocked me out. I mean, I don't even remember everything that happened. And then, Jamie said he was going to use me as a shield. He figured then the guards wouldn't shoot at him.
What did you do after you deserted the ambulance?
Well, we ran trying to find a place to hide.
And the three of you have been staying here?
No. They found a vacant house about a mile from here. I guess it was closed down for the winter.
How long were you and Jamie there?
Until this afternoon.
Would you let Tina answer the questions?
Rafe, look, I've told Max this so many times. It's almost like he knows it better than I do.
Yeah, well, why didn't Jamie ask for ransom from Vicky and Clint?
Oh, well, he was going to. They were just very tired, and they wanted to rest up to make sure their story was absolutely perfect before they made the phone call. So then once they fell asleep, I fought real hard not to, and then I ran away.
And she ran in this direction. She saw this estate and decided to hide here. She went down the road, and she called Clint and Vicky.
Tony says that there's food in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, well, we figured Tina would be hungry, so we brought food with us. And we were eating while Clint went down to call.
Yeah, and then when Clint was gone, that's when Jamie and Buzz showed up, and you know what happened then. Rafe, please, I really need to go to the hospital to see Vicky.
Well, that's going to have to wait, Tina.
Rafe, she needs me. She's always been there for me. Please, I want to be there for her.
I need to get a formal statement from both of you.
Well, fine, and then I can go to the hospital, you promise?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, I'm free.
Is Dr. Ashcroft here?
He's scrubbing now, and the team's in place.
Johnny, hold on. I'll be waiting for you. I love you. I love you.
Buchanan.
I feel so helpless.
I know. Hey, he's got the best in there with him. Ashcroft is the top. He's got three of the top neurosurgeons in there assisting, too.
Can they help him? Can they make him whole again?
Honey, I don't know. I won't know until we see what kind of damage was done.
Okay.
I'm going to scrub up. I'll join Dr. Ashcroft. And if anything happens, I'll let you know. Sue,
Yes.
would you make sure that Mrs. Buchanan's comfortable? Vicky?
Larry, how's my son?
He's in the OR right now.
You gotta tell me the truth. Is he gonna make it?
Asa, I don't know. It doesn't look good.
How Fast News today at 5.
The next time you come over, make sure it's on a weekend, all right?
Maybe we should just try going to bed earlier.
Fat chance.
Well, we had a lot of catching up to do, right?
So you feel better about my adjustment?
Melinda, I am not worried about you. I think you're doing a great job of getting your life back together. I just realized I moved in with John. I hadn't seen you in a long time. I never talked to you. And I decided to do something about it. I'm glad I did.
Me too.
So, what time do you have to be back at the station?
Oh, 10 o'clock, but I have to look at some tapes first.
Okay, well, you get to work, and I'm going to finish getting ready because John's on his way over here.
I'm so glad your living arrangement worked out with him.
Yeah, me too. I have to admit, I was really panic-stricken about it at first, but now that we've moved in together, we're not fighting all the time like we used to, and I guess we're really boring and in true love.
Well, I know it is on your part.
John feels the same way about me.
Then why isn't there an engagement ring on your finger? Cassie, has he talked about marriage to you? Or is he just playing games?
How's this pressure?
BP 100/70.
How we doing on blood?
1 unit of blood left, Doctor.
We need 3 units of blood up here. Tell the blood bank to stay at least 3 units ahead.
Call the bank. Joe home? Where are your replacements?
On their way. How are you holding out?
Okay, but Dr. Wood here's about to drop.
Morning.
Oh, thanks for coming back from your vacation, Ted. Did you study the films?
Yes. How are you doing?
Well, not as well as I'd hoped. Give me the Bovie. We got bleeding here.
And you've been here the whole time, Larry?
Yeah, look, it's a 32 slug. Fires a distance about 3 to 6 feet.
We've removed 7 pieces of metal and bone. There are 3 left in the occipital cortex.
BP falling, 70/40. Decreasing isoflurane, increasing atracurium.
Let's give him 1 more unit of blood. Have the other units arrived?
Should be on the way.
I'll check it, Larry.
How much blood has he lost?
We've given him 4 units.
How much longer can you keep him under?
We should have had him out 2 hours ago. If we don't get these last 3 fragments, we'll lose him for sure, Larry. We have to keep going.
Oh, thank you.
Vicky, would you like some coffee?
Oh, no, thank you, Kate.
Thank you.
What time do you have?
8:15.
Going to spend in the operating room for over 9 hours.
Hey, Vicky, come on. Last time Larry came out, he said that everything was going just fine.
Yeah, but how long can they keep him under anesthesia?
Well, he's made it this far, honey. That's a mighty good sign.
Yeah. Tina. Hasn't anyone seen Tina? I don't know where she is. I mean, Ray said he was going to send her over after he talked to her, right?
She's probably at Lanfair sleeping.
Vicky. Oh, Vicky. Oh, I'm sorry that we weren't here sooner.
It's all right.
Gilbert and I closed the restaurant late, and we didn't know about Clint.
When I went in for coffee this morning, Kim and Heron told me.
How is he?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh.
You don't know the first thing about me and John, so don't start jumping to all kinds of conclusions.
Cassie, I didn't mean to upset you. I just feel that if John really loved you...
John would not have asked me to move in with him if he didn't have very strong feelings for me.
Strong feelings are not always the same as love.
Well, in this case, they are, so why spoil it with marriage? John and I are getting along great. In fact, we're getting along the best we ever have. Hey, I have even trained him to pick his clothes up off the chair and hang them in the closet where they belong.
Okay, well, that's a big start, but it's not a commitment.
We are taking this one step at a time. Look, do you have some kind of moral hang-up about us living together and not being married?
No, not at all. I never thought you would jump on that bandwagon.
So you thought I was a traditional girl with traditional values?
According to Dorian, you were when you married Rob.
Yeah, Rob. Well, times change, and people change along with them.
Well, have you really, Cassie, or are you just pretending for John's sake? Cassie, the one thing I learned in that institution is to be honest with myself. It's the hardest thing in the world to do, and you don't always like the results. But it keeps you from falling into a hole that you can't get out of.
I learned a few things when I was married to Rob. And one thing I learned is that you don't have to have a wedding ring in order to be happy and in love. John and I are very happy right now. I wouldn't mind going on like this with him forever. And if we're not meant to be together, all the wedding rings in the world aren't going to help. I learned that, too. There's John now, and I'm not ready. Can you please let him in? Thanks for your concern, Auntie, but you really don't have to worry about me, okay?
How's Tina, Gilbert? Did you see her this morning?
I didn't see her, Victoria. Kim and Heron hadn't seen her either.
She's not there? Where is she?
Maybe she's over at the hotel with Max.
Vicky, please, stop worrying about her.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Asa, Tina was very brave last night. If it hadn't been for her, Jamie would have scooted us out of there before Clint ever had a chance to come back and help us.
Yes, and he got himself shot.
It was pretty awful for Tina, too.
Listen, I'll call over the Holden Towers and see if Tina's there.
Where was Tina? I mean, how did you know where to find her?
Well, somehow she got away from Jamie and his pal Buzz, and then she made her way to a phone. She called Vicky and Clint, and then she went over to Monk's Hollow and hid out there for a while.
And then when Clint and I got to Monk's Hollow...
With Max.
Yeah, I mean, when Max and Clint and I got to Monk's Hollow, we made sure that Tina was all right, and then Clint went down the road to a payphone to call Rafe and tell him we were bringing Tina in, and while he was gone, that's when Jamie and Buzz burst through the door looking for Tina.
Only my grandmother and I had given him the money, then he would have left the country, would have forgotten about Tina, and then Clint...
You know, Katie, you and Elizabeth did what you thought was right. You can't feel guilty about it now. I know I wish I'd acted differently.
Vicky, come on, what could you have done? Jamie had a gun and they had Max tied up.
I don't know. I don't know what I could have done. I think I should have been able to do something. The problem is it all happened so fast. All I was thinking the whole time was that Jamie was going to kill us all. He was really crazed. And then Clint arrived, and they started fighting, and he knocked the gun out of Jamie's hand. Oh, honey, Joey, how are you, love?
What's everybody doing here? Who's sick?
Well, that's what I have to talk to you about, okay? That's why I asked Kim to bring you by, so thank you, Kim, for bringing them. Why don't the three of us go and have a little chat, okay? And we'll go over the other room, all right?
Okay. Sure.
Would you stay here, please? I'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh, Gilbert.
Wanda, are you all right?
Is this some kind of test for Vicky and Clint? I mean, how much are they supposed to take?
Maybe it was just an accident. Maybe it's fate. I don't know, Wanda. I don't have any answers.
It's amazing how easy it is for us to forget how unpredictable this life is. We go about all our little routines, and we don't realize how precious the life is until something horrible like this comes along. Then you realize you got to just take that happiness, you got to just grab it, and you got to hold on to it.
Sounds like a good philosophy to me.
Especially when we haven't got that much time to spare.
The butterfly counts months, not moments, and has time enough. So do we.
I have a message for Gilbert from Heron. Excuse me, I better tell it to him before I forget.
Yes, Kim, go ahead.
I am praying very hard for Mr. Clint Buchanan.
Thank you, Kim. We're all praying for him right now.
Well, I took some personal action. I flew in Dr. Ashcroft's surgical assistant from his vacation. He's a crackerjack surgeon. I just thought Ashcroft might need his help.
Yeah, well, all the surgeons in the world right now may not be enough for Clint. Lord, Asa, if anything happens to him, I mean, after all the time that I missed out sharing with him, we can't lose him now.
We are not going to lose him, Cord. He is going to pull through this. He is going to be fine. Nothing is going to happen to Clint. I will not allow it.
I guess you guys must have been a bit upset last night, huh? You had to go to sleep without hugs and kisses from Daddy and me.
Yeah, I was. Joey, you're such a baby. You missed him, too. Just a little.
Well, I'm glad. I'm also very, very sorry. See, that's why I asked Kim to bring you here this morning before you went to school. So I could explain to you what happened, okay?
Daddy's sick. That's why everybody looks so sad, right? Dad's sick?
Yeah, I'm afraid Daddy's sick, yeah.
What's the matter? Will he be all right?
guys, that's why we're here. You see, Daddy's being operated on right now. See, yesterday, this very bad man who escaped from jail, he was trying to get a hold of your Aunt Tina, and Daddy wanted to save Aunt Tina, and this man shot him.
Jamie Sanders. It's the man who shot him, right?
Right.
Why didn't you tell us last night?
Oh, honey, it was very late when it happened, and actually, I didn't really want to worry you. I wanted you to get some sleep, and besides, I kind of thought that the operation would be over this morning, and I'd be able to give you good news.
But you don't have any news, right?
Well, not yet. The problem is, you see, that the operation is just taking an awful lot longer than we had thought it was going to take. But that's not necessarily bad at all. You see, Uncle Larry has been there with Daddy the whole time, and Uncle Larry keeps coming out and telling us how things are going, and things are going very, very well. Daddy's got the best doctors in there, and they're really doing everything they can to help him get better.
After the operation, he'd be able to come home with us?
Sure, not right away. You know, he's going to have to stay in the hospital for a little while. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you guys to look like that now, all right? You know perfectly well what Daddy would say if he were here, right? He'd say, don't you two worry about me. I'm going to be just fine. You go on to school and you do your work and you keep your spirits up. Hmm?
Yeah, that does sound like him.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep our spirits up, okay?
I'll make a card for him.
No. He would love that. That would be really wonderful.
I'll take care of things at home. Till he gets better. No matter how long it takes.
Thank you.
Kiss Dad, okay?
I sure will, honey bunch.
You all right, Mom?
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't get any sleep last night. I'm tired, that's all.
You're scared, right?
Yeah, I'm a little scared. You too? We just have to keep believing Dad's going to be okay.
Everything was all right when you had your operation.
That's true. It all turned out just fine. And the thing is, Daddy's much stronger than I am. He's a real fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, God, Kevin, you're so grown up. Do you want to stay here with me today?
No, Cord and Gramps are here. I better stay near Joey, just in case the kids at school say something.
You're really wonderful. Joey's so lucky to have you for a brother. And I gotta tell you, I'm the luckiest mom in the world to have you.
Do you want to go outside and take a walk or something?
You know what I want? I want to go back in time about 3 days so I could do them all over again.
Sweetheart.
You know, I keep thinking about the things that I should have done. One little error in judgment, and look at all the things that happened.
Look, I would have liked to do things differently, too, but we can't undo the past.
You know, I keep thinking back to that time when Jamie was holding the knife on Max. I should have taken that knife out of a hand and fixed him so that he could never do anything like this to anyone again.
Well, Jamie is not my brother anymore. He's just a monster who has no regard for human life.
I don't understand how he found Max and Tina over there amongst Hollow. How did he do that?
I don't know. Maybe it was just a coincidence.
I should have gone with Vicky and Clint when they went over here to pick up Tina. Instead of taking Roberta Coleman over to the station house like I did.
You please stop blaming yourself. My God, you risked your life getting Tina out of prison. Honey, if you'd gone over to Monk's Hollow, he might have shot you.
I wish he had shot me. Anything would be better than Clint lying in there right now, a breath away from dying.
Station. Moving. Can you see the other two fragments? I can see one very clearly. We got a good chance to get it. How's the pressure, Sam? BP 50/30.
Damn it!
I got a blood clot here. Release it carefully. Joe phone. Nice work. Yeah, I can see the other fragments.
Can we get them out?
I think so. BP falling. 40/20. Is the blood ready?
Ready, Doctor.
Transfuse 1 unit. We don't want to fluid overload him. Give him some mannitol. Start dopamine.
1 unit of blood.
Ready to irrigate?
Ready.
This fragment's really embedded. Take a look. Now let's go for the easy one.
Yeah.
How are we doing, Sam?
BP rising, 70/40.
If we can just hold him. Oh, damn, we're in trouble here. He's hemorrhaging.
Excuse me.
Cassie, would you hurry up in there, please?
Relax, John. Come on, you know she's worth the wait. The more I think about it, the more I realize what a sweet girl she is.
Well, you won't get any argument from me there. It's just that I'd be happy to take her just the way that she is before she goes through all that fuss she goes through in there.
What do you mean by that, take her? You mean take her like until death do us part?
No, what I meant was that Cassie's beautiful the way she is without having to put curls in her hair and makeup on, that sort of thing.
Why, you know she only does that to please you. I mean, that's a very old-fashioned kind of thing, but she's a very old-fashioned kind of girl, especially in her values. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know that.
She's very traditional, you know?
Hi. Sorry it took me so long to get ready.
Okay, which earrings do you like better, these or these?
The ones you have on are nice.
Thanks. Hi. So, did my aunt keep you entertained while you were waiting so patiently?
Yeah, she certainly did. Very entertained in a most unusual sort of way.
Well, I guess I had better get my act together and get to the office. Oh, thanks for coming over.
Okay. I'll call you later. You ready?
No, not yet. First, I want to know what the hell you put Melinda up to.
Dear God, please, take care of Clint. Don't let him die, please. Please help him get through the operation, and please help him to lead a normal life afterwards. Oh, God, that man is my whole life. I love him so. I love him more than life. And I know I've failed him so many times. I've been so angry with him when I should have been patient and understanding, and I've taken his love for granted, and I've turned my back on him, and I've been too busy for him. Recently, I've given Tina much more concern and time than Clint. But he's always been there for me. Always, always for me. And for the children and for Tina. Please let him live so that I can be there for him now. I know that there's a time to live and a time to die, but please, please don't take him away now. It's selfish, but I need him. I need him, and the children need him. They need his guidance, and they need his love, and his warmth, and his humor, and his protection.
I'm sorry to intrude, honey. I saw some activity outside the OR.
Did they bring Clint out? Is he all right?
No, I just saw two nurses. I don't know anything about Clint, but I thought maybe Larry might have some news, and I thought you'd want to be there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'll never forget the first time I met Clint. He was telling the funniest joke to Bo and to Asa. I never heard anything.
Coming out now.
Where's Vicky?
I don't know.
I saw her going to the chapel.
I'll go get her. Here she is now.
Did you see Larry? Did you call Clint? Where is he?
He's coming out. He's coming out right now.
Oh. Larry, what?
All right,
what?
all right. Clint's made it.
Oh, thank God.
He's going to live. He's going to be all right.
Glory be.
Amen.
Larry, Were they able to remove all the metal fragments?
All except one. That one was just too dangerous to try for. His blood pressure kept dropping, and it was hard to stabilize him, so they thought it'd be best to get him out of there.
Does that mean he has to be operated on again when he's stronger?
No, this is something he's going to have to live with.
Oh, how's that going to affect him?
We just don't know right now.
Larry, you must know how much damage has been done to him.
Asa, he's in recovery room right now. As soon as he comes to and regains consciousness, we'll have a better idea.
Well, how long will that take?
I don't know yet.
Can I see him? Can I be with him?
Why don't we let him get settled first? And as soon as the anesthesia wears off, I'll let you know, okay?
Okay. Thank you for being with him all the time.
I didn't tell Melinda anything, I swear.
Okay. Now, look, I know how you ladies are, how you like to talk about everything that's on your mind and bare your soul, so to speak.
Oh, and men don't. Men are bigger gossips than women.
Well, maybe so, but I just appreciate it if you did talk to other people about our personal lives, that's all.
I didn't. You make it sound like I went and called the National Intruder.
Well, I didn't mean it like that, and you know it. But would you just cool it with Melinda and anybody else that you might happen to consult with?
Oh, what are you worried about? That I might reveal some deep, dark secret about you? Like you're only an 8 instead of a 10.
Well, that's very funny.
Ah, you're a 12, John.
Thanks.
I'm serious. I didn't say anything to anyone. All I say is how happy I am. How happy we are. We are happy, aren't we?
Yeah, we're happy.
Am I a 12?
Look.
Okay. I'll settle for a 10.
You know damn well that I think you're the most terrific woman I've ever met in my life.
Ah, go on,
And you make me happier than I've ever been in my life. But it's ours. And I want to keep it ours. Without answering to anybody, you know. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Good. I know you're feeling real close to Melinda now, but just kind of keep it to yourself, huh?
Look, if you have a problem with me staying here and spending the night, I won't anymore. But I can guarantee you, Melinda and I talked about plenty of other things besides our relationship.
Well, maybe so, but it still seems to be the #1 topic on her mind.
What did she say to you that set you off like this?
It wasn't anything specific. It's just... I got the distinct impression that Melinda wants to be a bridesmaid soon. With you as the bride.
Thank you, Asa.
I called Briggs. Give him the latest lowdown on Clint. Make sure the banner was running smoothly. That's going to be one of the first questions Clint asks when he wakes up. Where's Cord?
Oh, he went to the chapel, and Katie went to call Elizabeth, I think.
Briggs did give me some news. Tina and Max were at the police headquarters all night.
Why? Rafe said he was going to question her and let her go.
Briggs says the police are stonewalling the media. They're not making any comment on the case. Even Briggs' inside sources won't talk.
Yes, I knew this was trouble for her. Otherwise, she'd have been here last night. She can't go back to prison.
Why would she ever have to go back again?
She escaped.
Well, that was Jamie's doing, right?
Oh, I forgot. Yes.
Honey, the police are just covering themselves, just asking 1,000,001 questions.
Lisa, would you do me a favor, please? Or would you call Rafe and find out what's going on? I know you don't much care for Tina, but would you?
Yeah, I'll check on her.
Vicky, everything is going to be just fine. I could feel it in my bones, just like I felt it in my bones when you were so sick. Hey, come on. We got a lot of blessings to count.
Oh, I know that. I do know that. I was just wondering what the ramifications were of having a bullet, or part of a bullet, in Clint's brain. I don't know. Is it going to cause him pain, or Is it going to affect his speech or his memory or his motor functions? I don't know.
But he's not paralyzed. I mean, the doctor, they would have known that before they operated, and Dr. Larry, he would have told us that. Vicky, the most important thing, he's alive.
I know. I know, you're right.
Look who I found.
I'm sorry I couldn't get here any sooner. Asa tells me things look good.
Well, so far.
Well, I tell you, Clint's a strong fella. We're counting on a full recovery.
We gotta be. Let me say hello to Vicky, huh?
Rafe, why did you keep Tina at the station all night?
Well, actually, she was only there half the night. I woke Herb up and sent Tina and Max over to his office so I could question Jamie and Buzz.
Did you find out anything new?
No, nothing important. As soon as Delilah called with a message about Clint, I passed it on to Tina, and, well, she wanted me to send you her love and to say that she's praying for Clint and that she'll get here as soon as she can, and the same for Max.
So, Tina's free? Is that the end of it?
Well, it's up to Herb to get all the legal stuff worked out, but as far as the police are concerned, it's over for her.
Oh, thank God for that.
Now, Vicky, is there anything I can do for you and Clint? Anything at all?
You were there for us last night. You saved his life, and I don't even know if I thanked you.
No, you did. More than once.
Thank you again.
He's out of the anesthesia now. You can go see him.
Look! What's so funny, Sprout?
This is one funny.
Hi. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, I don't know, asking the Lord for a favor, I guess.
Well, I would like to ask you for a favor. Would you please forgive me for blowing up at you?
Oh, honey, come on. Don't even worry about that. We're both under extreme circumstances
I
right now.
know, but I shouldn't have lost control like I did.
It's all right. Understand. Don't worry about it.
Oh, honey, if Jamie has killed Clint...
He hasn't. He hasn't.
How much more can we take, honey?
I don't know. I thought we reached our saturation point a long time ago, but it still keeps coming, doesn't it? Well, let's hope that this is the last of our troubles for a while, huh?
A while. I would settle for a week, 2.
Listen, why don't you go home and try to get some sleep? You've got that big meeting over Sanders Chemical.
Do you honestly think I would leave you?
Honey, come on, you haven't slept all night, and I'm sure your grandmother is worried about you.
Well, Sanders Chemical and everyone else can wait. My place is right here with you. And besides, I want to be one of the first to hear that Clint is going to have a full recovery. But you must have had experience with this kind of injury before.
Every case is different. I can't begin to predict what kind of damage was done to Clint.
But you're worried. You think that there may be a problem. I have a feeling that Larry does, too.
What do you say?
Well, it's more what he's not saying. He wouldn't give Vicky any answers. He wouldn't answer any of her questions.
Well, that's probably because he doesn't have any right now.
Well, if he doesn't, he's frightening her to death.
Look, there's no point in us speculating on Clint's condition. We'll know soon enough.
Rafe, all night long, I had this horrible vision of you on that operating table.
I had some pretty scary thoughts myself, and one thing I realized was how much I need you and how important you are to me. Delilah, if anything ever happened to you, I don't know that I'd have the strength to go on.
Oh, stop. Why is it that we have to go through something terrible to appreciate how lucky we are? How much we have to give to one another?
I don't know. But I do know that I'm going to try and spend as much time with you and Sammy as I can, and remember every day how lucky I am.
Honey, Clint, sweetheart, it's me. It's Vicky. The operation's all over now, and you're in the recovery room, and you came through the surgery just fine. I'm so glad you're back with us. The children were here earlier. They send you a million kisses. They're just fine. And they say they can't wait to see you.
It's all right, just keep talking.
Ace is here. And Cord and Kate, they're here. And Delilah, Wanda, and Gilbert even came. And they've all been really wonderful and very supportive.
Water.
What did you say, honey? I didn't hear.
Water.
Water, he wants water.
All right. Just wet his lips with the ice.
Oh, all right. Darling, I'm going to put some ice on your lips, okay? This is going to be cold. Okay? Is that better? Yeah?
Vicky?
I'm here, sweetheart. I'm right here. Oh, you're gonna be just fine now. There's nothing to worry about anymore. I'm right here with you.
Why is it so dark in here?
It's not dark. Open your eyes. All the lights are on.
Where are you?
I'm here, honey.
Why can't I see you?
Clint? Clint, it's me. It's Larry.
Vicky?
She's right here. Just take it easy for a minute. I just want to check you out. Just relax. All right. Okay. Just a second. Could you get Dr. Ashcroft in here right away?
Yes, darling.
Vicky?
I'm here. I'm here, sweetheart.
Why can't I see you? Why doesn't someone turn on the lights?
EEG shows an increase in the alpha, beta, and delta waves. Now, he can recognize his wife's voice, but there doesn't seem to be any vision.
Hello, Mrs. Buchanan. Mr. Buchanan, I'm Dr. Ashcroft. Can you hear me?
Yes. No bandages? Are my eyes open?
Yes.
It's so dark. Vicky?
I'm here, honey. I'm right here.
Mr. Buchanan, we're going to ask your wife to wait outside while we examine her. It'll only take a short time, and then she can come right back in.
I'll be right outside, sweetheart, okay? I'll be right outside.
I'll be out in a few minutes.
Why can't he see?
I don't know. The minute I find out anything, I'll tell you. Come on.
I would have thought you two'd left for the office a long time ago.
Well, I'm just on my way, as a matter of fact. Don't take too long, huh?
Okay, boss.
We got a lot of work done.
Bye.
Nice to see you again, Melinda.
Oh, good to see you. I hope I see you again soon. It was a pleasure as always.
Yeah.
You Seem upset.
You put me in a very awkward position.
What are you talking about?
John seems to think I spent the whole night talking about how much I want to marry him.
Well, how in the heck did he get that idea?
I don't know. Maybe you could tell me.
I didn't say anything of the kind to him.
Well, then you definitely gave him the message. How could you do that to me? How could you embarrass me like that?
Cassie, it's not my fault if John misunderstood something
John did not misunderstand, and he wouldn't make something like that up. I want you to stay out of my life with John, and our relationship is none of your business.
It is to my business. Because you're my niece, and I care about your happiness.
Oh, that gives you the right to tell John that I want to marry him?
He has a right to know.
Oh, Melinda!
Come on, Cassie. You know you'd much rather be Cassie Russell as opposed to Cassie Callison.
Wrong. I am very happy with the way things are now, and I told you that earlier.
Yes, you told me that. You were trying to convince me and yourself of that, but it didn't work. Now, if you just admit that, then we can go on to the next step.
Look, if you have some kind of problem with our living arrangement, then that's your problem. I happen to think things are very terrific the way they are now, okay?
Okay. Okay. You want to keep kidding yourself. It's fine with me.
I am not kidding myself. I do want to marry John.
So now he knows.
I don't want him to know. That's the whole problem here.
I don't follow you.
Look, I don't want to push him.
It's been a while since I've had a relationship with a man, but as I recall you, sometimes they need a little push in the right direction.
No, not John.
Oh, well, then where does that leave you?
Trying to be patient. Once John thinks about this whole thing and decides he wants to make a commitment, then he'll get around to it.
It seems to me it's a big waste of time.
Trust me, it's not. John is the type of guy who needs to feel like he's in control of his life. He likes to make decisions for himself. So, once he decides he wants to spend the rest of his life with me, believe me, he'll pop the question.
So until then, you're just going to wait around and just pretend that marriage is the furthest thing from your mind?
Yes. And you're going to back me up.
Cassie, he already knows.
Not anymore. I convinced him that this whole idea was your plan.
All right. Okay. Okay, I'll do it your way. I just hope that this perfect opportunity isn't going to be your last one.
Vicky, did you see him? Did you see Clint?
Oh, yes, I did. I saw him.
What's wrong? Did something go wrong?
No, he's conscious, and he knew I was there.
But?
Well, he couldn't see me.
What the hell's the matter?
Dr. Ashcroft is trying to figure it out now.
But he recognized you. I mean, he did talk to you, right?
Yeah, he did. His speech was normal. I mean, he was groggy, but his mind was clear.
He can move, can he?
Yeah, he can move. It's just his eyes.
Well, maybe that's just the medication. Maybe it hasn't worn off yet.
You know, Vicky, it could be some kind of swelling of the brain. Once it goes down, he could be okay.
Oh, of course that's it. I never even thought of that. Of course that's it. It's only temporary. Oh, boy. Larry?
Vicky, the one remaining fragment of metal is lodged in a very sensitive area of Clint's brain. He's suffering what we call a GLIA reaction, which prevents the nerve transmission in the area of the brain that controls vision.
You can correct that, right?
No, I'm afraid not. We don't think he'll ever be able to see again.
Kids have a... Well, I could leave the machine on, go with you to the stakeout, keep you from getting lonely.
That does sound great, but if we miss out on Simmons' call, we'll miss out on the fee, too, you know.
Oh, I'd make it up to you, I promise.
Well, I bet you would, too. But that won't pay the rent, kiddo.
Okay, I'll deal with old man Simmons.
Thanks.
You know, we really have our professional relationship working in a very smooth groove here.
Well, yeah, it's about time, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. It's too bad we couldn't get our personal relationship in the same groove.
I thought our personal relationship was grooving along just fine.
It is. I just think it could be going a little better. I wish you would open up to me a little more. I'd like to get to know you, Mr. Russell.
There. You see, Cassie, I love you. Isn't that open enough?
I know you love me. I don't have any doubts about that.
Well, then what's the problem, huh?
I want you to talk to me.
We talk nonstop.
Not about your feelings.
Oh.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to complain,
But you are.
John, the thing is, I want more for us.
Like what? I mean, a little house with a white picket fence?
No. But until you open up and share your feelings with me, we're total strangers to each other.
Come on, Cassie, how can we be total strangers? We share the same bed, we share the same loft.
That's not true. You know everything about me, and I know very little about you. I really feel left out on this.
Okay, let me share something with you. Today, the downtown traffic was brutal, and I feel really lousy about it. And a client cried on my shoulder all day long because his wife left him for another guy, and it made me feel really, really rotten inside. And tonight's stakeout may not go that well. We may not get the information we need, and I'll end up feeling lousy again because of too much coffee and not enough
Damn it, John, that is not what I'm talking about. Will you get serious here? I'm talking about feelings that matter. I'm talking about depth. Like, how do you feel? How do you feel about Sandra's death? Or the fact that you could get shot on the stakeout tonight?
Would you just back off, Cassie, all right? Just back off.
What now, Holden?
Herb, what's the matter here?
Whenever you walk through that door, it's trouble.
Well, not this time, Mr. District Attorney. I just wanted to stop by and thank you personally for talking that judge into keeping Tina out of jail while you tied the loose ends on this case.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Could you tell me about when Tina will be totally free?
Well,